Hola, fabulous Women on Fire. Petra Williams here, your fiery enabler and the founder of Women on Fire Australia. And today is Tuesday, so I thought I'd teach you something today. As you know, I am a presentation coach and I help women present themselves with authority, whether it's in the boardroom, whether it's at a meeting, whether it's at an interview or giving a proposal for business. It is really important that you present yourself with authority. Now, the interesting thing is that we are always presenting ourselves because presentation means communication. You're just communicating a message. And because most of our communication, an average of about 60 to 70% comes through our body language, it doesn't matter if we're in the supermarket, on the bus, sitting in a meeting, sitting at our desk or giving a presentation, we are always communicating something about ourselves. So if you want people to start taking you more seriously, and if you want to ooze credibility, here are my top 5 tips on how to do so. So the first is walk with authority. Now, as women, we love to put on heels that we often can't walk in, and we walk in little steps. We tend to do that. So what I highly recommend you start doing is walk with slow, steady steps, because and big strides, because that gives you authority straight away. You will always notice someone who walks slowly with big strides because they have an air of authority around them. Yeah? The second one is take up space. Whether you are in a meeting, sitting in a meeting or standing, make sure you take up space. Put your hands on the table. Never put them off the table. When you're standing, stand with one hand on your hip or both hands on your hip. Do not stand with your hands down like that. That is a very submissive pose. One hand, planted feet, authority. This is my space. Own it. The third thing is, hands. I am a hand talker because when I present and I speak, I'm very animated, so I like moving my hands up and down. And so when I started presenting for TV this year, I've realized and I've taught myself to keep my hands still because it doesn't translate very well on camera. So when you are presenting and when you are speaking, be sure you don't bat. You don't bat flies out of the sky. Make sure you have clear hand gestures that move and are very decisive as you go, that make a point. I'm making a point. Number 4, slow your speech down. My head works at 100 miles an hour. My speech is 100 miles an hour. Yet once again, presenting on TV and doing the podcasting has really taught me to slow my speech down, because the slower you speak, the more authority you have. Also, the more you articulate what you have to say. Your words don't mill into one. So speak slowly. And the last tip is tonality. In Australia, we have a terrible habit of lifting our sentences, which sound like questions. And of course, if you're always asking a question, it sounds like you have no authority. So be very careful with your tonality. Bring your tone down. Make sure you don't lift your sentences. Start being conscious of that and practicing that. Cool, those are my 5 top tips. Once again, walk slowly with authority, take up space, mind your hand gestures, mind your tonality, and speak slowly. Thank you very much for listening. I trust that those are very handy for you. If you would like some help with your presentation skills, do contact me on the link below. Thank you for listening. You're a rock star. Ciao, Bella.